Hello everyone, welcome to Akira's Academy of Accounting and Finance, and this is the third part of your first chapter wherein I am going to discuss about the remaining two topics. The first is guarantee of profit and the other one is past adjustments. Now guarantee of profit, as the name suggests, that we give somebody guarantee of something, right? Now let's say there are two partners in a firm, A and B. That is the easy way, right? A and B are two partners in a firm, and there is a C who is their friend. Okay, he's working somewhere, he's earning good, but A and B are like, they need someone. They know that C is very good in certain skills, and if he becomes our partner in this firm, we will have a good profit, we'll have a good business rather. So they talked with C. C said, I am earning a good salary. Like, if I enter into a firm, that means I have to bear the losses also. If the firm runs into a losses, I may have to run into a losses, or else if the firm is not earning sufficient profit, I won't get the salary which I'm which I'm receiving in my organization or in my business. They say, okay, fine, we guarantee you that you are earning, let's say, 1 lakh rupees. We, A and B, they say, we guarantee you that we will pay this 1 lakh rupees if the organization is running into losses, or if the organization is not able to earn sufficient profit, or whatever it is. If whatever happens, if you are not able to receive that much amount of profit from the firm, the remaining amount we guarantee you. Okay, so from their profit, from A's and B's profit, they will share from the A's and B's capital, even if they are running into a losses. If there is a loss to the firm, who will pay 1 lakh to C? A and B. They are going to pay 1 lakh to C, even though there is a loss in the firm. Okay, so C says, okay, fine, if I am getting the same amount of my salary as a profit, then I'm okay with it, right? So what happened? The A and B used to share their profit, let's say in the ratio of 3:2 earlier. They welcomed C and they said that 1/4 of the share of profit, whatever profit it is, 1/4 of the profit we will give to you. Okay, so now A and B will share how much? 3/4 profit. This is the 3/4 profit, and this 1/4 profit will C will get, right? Easy. Now 3/4 profit, this 3/4 will be shared in which ratio? In the ratio of 3:2. So A's share will be how much from 3/4? They'll share in the ratio of 3:2. Oh, sorry, 3 by 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay, equals to 20. 3 3s are 9. And B will get how much from 3/4? He'll get 2/5. Okay, so this will be 20. 3 2s are 6. Okay, and now we have to make the denominator same. So for C it will be how much? 1 by 4 when we multiply by 5. That is 4 5s are 20 and 5 1s are 5. So now how much is their profit sharing ratio? How much it is? It is 9:6:5. This is their current profit sharing ratio. Now let's say they guarantee how much? 1 lakh. Okay, now let's say the firm earns a profit of rupees 2 lakh. The firm earns, this ABC partnership firm earns a profit of rupees 2 lakh. This 2 lakh will be divided in the ratio of what? 9:6:5, right? So how much profit A will get? A, B and C. So out of 2 lakh into 9 plus 6 15, 15 plus 5 20, 9 by 20, 0 0 1 1, that is 90,000, right? B will get how much? 2 lakh. 6 by 20, that is 60,000. And C will get how much? 2 lakh into 5 by 20, that is 50,000. Okay. How much A and B guaranteed to give to C? 1 lakh. Okay, this is the guaranteed amount. They guaranteed that we will give you 1 lakh. How much B is receiving? 50,000. Now remaining is how much? 50,000. Who will pay 50,000 to C? A and B. Okay, this 50,000 will be paid by A and B to C. So how the 50,000 will be shared? 50,000 will be shared between A and B in their previous profit sharing ratio if nothing is mentioned. Okay, if it is mentioned that the guaranteed profit will be shared equally or in the ratio of 2:1 or 5:1, whatever it is, that will be mentioned. If nothing is mentioned, that means they have to share it in the previous profit sharing ratio. So 50,000, how much A will give out of 50,000? Into 3:2, that is 3 by 5, that is 30,000 A will give, and B will give 2/5 of it, that is 20,000. Okay, so A's profit will reduce by 30,000. He'll get total profit 60,000. B's profit will reduce by 20,000. He'll get a profit of 40,000, and C will get the remaining 50,000, that is A's share 30,000 and B's share 20,000, that is A got a guaranteed profit of 1 lakh rupees. Understood? Easy it is. Okay, the thing is, you need to find out the profit sharing ratio. Sometimes it may so happen that A guarantees. Okay, if you are not getting, not necessary that both the partners agree, okay, to share the profit. Both the partners guarantee to the profit, but let's say one of the partner knows that there is a person who is working hard, who will be beneficial to the firm, and if he asks that person to come into the firm, then it may so happen that that particular partner only guarantees. In this case, it may so happen that A only guarantees. Okay, see, I will give you the 1 lakh rupees if you won't get that much amount of profit from the firm, or if the firm is entering into losses. So A will share from his capital the remaining amount. Okay, so let's say if this is the case, if he received 50, he is deficient of 50,000 and A guarantees, so A will pay 50,000, then A will get how much of profit? 40,000, and whole 50,000 will be shared by A. Okay, if that is the case, if one of the partner guarantees. Okay, so this was easy. Guarantee of profit. There are partners, existing partners, who want to add a new partner into their firm, and the new partners, to that new partner, they guarantee a certain amount. That guaranteed amount will be shared between the two partners in their profit sharing ratio, previous profit sharing ratio, or else in the ratio that is mentioned in your examination, in the question, right? Or else it may so happen that only one partner guarantees, so the remaining deficit amount will be given by that particular partner only. In this case, if 50,000 is guaranteed, if 1 lakh is guaranteed by A, so the remaining 50,000 will be paid by A only. B is not going to pay anything. Understood? Now the next topic that we are going to discuss about is past adjustments. Okay, so let's talk about now past adjustment. Past adjustment means what? There are certain omissions or there is a rectification of something. Past adjustment, it means that we have omitted to do certain thing. There is an omission or there is a rectification. We have given a wrong effect of certain things, okay, to the partners. It's related to the partnership firm. We are talking about partners, so this is only about the partners. Okay, so to the partners, let's take one example. Let's say I was supposed to give to my two friends. I took money from them. Okay, I took money from them. I was supposed to give them money, 50 rupees. Okay, I took 30 rupees from Asha, and I took 20 rupees from Nisha. I took 30 rupees and 20 rupees. Okay, by mistake, what I did, I give Asha 25 and Nisha 25. Okay, this is the wrong entry, wrong one. Okay, I Google paid them 25 and 25. How much I was supposed to give? 30 and 20. So what effect I will give? There are two ways to deal with it. I will ask both of them to give me back the money 25 and I'll say okay, I will pay Asha to you 30 rupees and to you Nisha 20 rupees. Okay, this is one effect. The second thing could be what I will do, how much I was supposed to give. This is the correct one. Okay, I'm supposed to debit this. I'm supposed to debit this, okay, this much amount from Asha and Nisha, and then I'm supposed to credit this much amount, 30 rupees and 20 rupees. So what I will do, I will give a net effect. Here, which amount is more? The credit is more. So 5 rupees credit and here 5 rupees debit. What I will do, I will say to Nisha, Nisha, you only go and give to Asha. Okay, I will debit Nisha's account. Nisha's account will be debited. Nisha's account debit and to Asha's account will be credited. Okay, 5 rupees, 5 rupees. Okay, this happens in the firm also. Okay, let's say there are partners A, B and C. Okay, and their profit sharing ratio is 3:2:1. This is their correct profit sharing ratio. Correct profit sharing ratio. Now the firm earns a profit, let's say to simplify, I am considering a small amount, let's say 30,000 rupees. This is what the firm earns a profit. Now this 30,000 rupees, the firm, it was divided between the partners equally. Okay, it was not divided in their correct profit sharing ratio in the past. Instead, it was divided equally. That means all the three partners got 10,000 rupees, 10,000 to A, 10,000 to B and 10,000 to C. This year we got to know that this is the wrong entry, wrong effect we gave to their capital account. Now there could be two situations. Likewise, I mentioned I will debit the whole amount and then the firm will credit the whole amount. Instead of that, to simplify it, what we will prepare a statement. Okay, this is my working which I will show. These are the columns A, B, C, total, and this is the working, this is the statement showing net effect. It's the net effect. Okay, net effect of rectification of profit sharing ratio. Net effect of profit sharing ratio. So how much amount should have been actually credited? These are the details. How much amount should have been actually credited? Have been actually credited. Okay, how much we were supposed to give them? 30,000. 30,000 in the ratio of 3:2:1 into 3 by 6, 1, 6, 5, 6, 5, 3, 15,000. Okay, A should have got 15,000, B 10,000. It's 2/6, 30,000 into 2 by 6, 1, 6, 5, 6, that is 10,000, and C should have got 5,000. This is the total profit which should have been distributed in their profit sharing ratio, correct profit sharing ratio. So 15,000 should have been credited, 10,000 should have been credited, 5,000 should have been credited. But what we did, amount wrongly credited. That wrongly credited amount, what we are supposed to do? We need to debit them. How much we credited? 10,000, 10,000 and 10,000. We credited 10,000, 10,000 and 10,000 equally amongst each other. So we need to debit it Okay, so this is the net effect we will get. We should have credited 15,000. We debit. Credited 10,000. We need to debit 10,000, and we need to credit 15,000. That means it is excess of how much? 5,000. 5,000 extra. We need to credit it. Okay. Here the effect is same, 10,000, 10,000, so nil. Here 5,000 should have been credited, 10,000 have been credited, 10,000 we need to debit it and need to credit 5,000. So this is how much? 5,000 we have excessly credited, so we need to debit it. Okay, which one is more here? 10,000 is more as compared to 5,000. 5,000 we need to debit it. Here 15,000 is more compared to 10,000. 5,000, the net effect we need to credit it more. So now what entry we will pass? We will pass C's capital account debit 5,000 to A's capital account 5,000. Okay, this is how we will give the effect of the rectification of profit sharing ratio. Why this is a total column? Let's say there is a omission of certain thing. Let's say they forgot to charge the interest on capital. Okay, they invested A invested, B and C. They invested 5 lakh, 3 lakh and 2 lakh. They were supposed to get interest on their capital that at the rate of 10%. That means A would have got 50,000, B 30,000 and C 20,000. Okay, this could have been the case, but they forgot to give this much interest on their capital and they divided the profit between all the three of the partners. Let's say their okay, let me just erase it. Okay, now let's say this is the capital amount they invested. They were supposed to give receive interest 50,000, 30,000 and 20,000, but the firm forgot to give interest on their capital and they earned a profit of, let's say, 1,80,000, which is supposed to be shared equally. Their profit sharing ratio is 1:1:1. That means 1,80,000 will be distributed among the three partners equally. What they did, they distributed this without giving them the interest on capital. So amount wrongly credited into their accounts, okay, this is 180,000 that was wrongly credited. What we need to give? We need to debit that amount, that is 60,000 need to be debited, 60,000 and 60,000. Okay, this much amount we are supposed to debit it, 1,80,000. Okay, but we didn't give them interest. We need to credit this interest amount into their capital account. So amount to be credited in their capital account. Amount to be credited is how much? 50,000 we are supposed to credit in A's account, 30,000 we are supposed to credit in B's account and 20,000 we are supposed to credit in C's account. That is in total of 1 lakh. Okay, total of 1 lakh we are supposed to credit in their account as a sort of interest on capital. So the profit they earned earlier was 1,80,000. Out of 1 lakh they are supposed to give interest on capital. So now the profit of all these partners is how much? 80,000. That is why this total column, this 80,000 is also supposed to be credited into their capital account. This is the correct profit now they are supposed to receive. So this 80,000 will be shared between three partners in the equally. Okay, 80,000 divided by 3. 1 3s are, it will be in fraction, 2 3 6 20 6 3s are 18, 26,667, let's say. Okay, so this amount will be credited, amount to be credited, profit to be credited, profit to be credited in their account, in their capital account is now how much? 26,667. This 26,666. This was also I'm supposed to credit 612, and let's say here we'll keep 26,667. This 80,000 will now be shared equally between all these partners. 20, 20, 60. Okay, 80. Correct. 80,000 will be shared equally now between these three partners. Now we will give a net effect. We will pass a journal entry wherein we will give the net effect. The total of this is how much? This is wrongly debited. This we are supposed to credit. This we are supposed to credit. So this is same now. Now debit amount is how much? 60,000. Okay, this we are supposed to debit it. How much we are supposed to credit it? 50,000 plus 26,000, that is 76,667. Okay, this is we are supposed to credit. So how much it is short of that? If we deduct 60,000, that is 16,667. Correct. Here in the case of B, 60,000 we need to debit it. How much we need to credit it? 30,000 plus 26, that is 56,666. It is less than 60,000, so this amount will be credited. Here 4, 3, 3 and 3. 3,334 we will debit it. Fine. Debit amount is more as compared to credit amount, so we will debit 3,334. Similar case, 60,000 we need to debit it. We need to credit how much? 20,000 plus 26,667, that is 46,667 we need to credit, and debit 60,000. Debit amount is more as compared to credit. 3, 3, 3, 3, 1. 13,333. This we were supposed to debit it. So what journal entry I will pass? I'll pass C's capital. I'll pass it over here. B's capital account debit 3,334. C's capital account debit 13,333 to A's capital account 16,667. This is how I am going to pass this entry. This is the journal entry, rectification entry that I am going to pass in the book. This is what, this is the working. So you need to keep in mind the amount which you have wrongly credited, what you need to do, debit that amount, give the effect of it. Now give the effect of the correct amount which you are supposed to credit it. Two effects of first of the capital amount and second of the profit amount which need to be shared between the three partners. So now this should be the line of demarcation that you should know, that which amount is greater, credit amount is more or debit amount is more. If credit amount is more, that means we will credit that particular amount. We'll debit the other two accounts and we will credit the another account. It could be a case that there could be an omission of interest on capital. It could be a case they forgot to give some of the partners. Let's say they were supposed to give C a sort of a remuneration, commission. They forgot to give that commission. So the profit which was shared earlier has been wrongly distributed. You need to reduce that particular profit amount from the profit and then you need to share the profit. So these are the cases that will come. Just need to keep in effect what amount I am supposed to credit it. I have wrongly credited, first debit that amount. Okay, debit, and which amount I need to credit it, I will credit it. I'll give credit, whichever credit amount or debit amount is more, I will write it. write debit and credit, you will get to know which account will be debited and which account will get credited. That's it. The only thing that I will request you to do, like if you want to really clear these concepts, first understand everything logically. Don't just go through the books, what is written in the books, and just just understand what does it try to say instead of just doing the examples. First understand the logic behind it, and then practice, practice and practice. This is the mantra to be successful in accounts. The more you practice, more illustrations you will do, it will be very easy for you. So practice, practice, practice. Next video I will take a revision of everything. Okay, fine. Thank you very much.